Hello everyone, welcome to JCppEdit version 3.8. This is Dan Smith. In my previous video, I have shown you an outlook of this application. But in this video, I'm going to show you how we can work with various types of files supported by this application. Now to do so, I already created a project on the desktop that contains all the files the application supports. Now to start the project, go to the File menu and select Open Project Folder option. Here I created the project on the desktop with the name Test Project. Now open the project. Here we can see the Project Explorer has been loaded with the files that we have already created before. Now I'm going to show you how to run all these files one by one. Let's start with a C file and a C++ file, a C++ graphics file, a C header file, a C header test file, a C++ header file, a C++ header test file, and a class object program written in Java, and a Java applet file, an XML file, and an HTML file, a CSS file, a JavaScript file, and a text file. Here we can see all these programs have been loaded into an individual tab. To go back to the first tab, we simply click on this option and select the first program. Here, a simple Radix program has been written. Now to run this file, we can use two compilers. We can use either Min compiler or we can also use Poland compiler. Let's start with Min compiler. Run it, and I'm typing some numbers. So the numbers have been sorted out. Now let's run the project using Poland compiler and then run it. Now this is the output. I'm putting some numbers. Now let's move on to the next example. A simple inheritance program written in C++. Here we can run this file either using Poland compiler, or we can also run it with Min compiler and run it. So this is the result of the program. Now let's move on to our next program, a C++ graphics file. Now here C++ graphics come with pre-configured with Min compiler. If you choose Poland compiler, it will show us some errors because Poland compiler is not configured to run any graphics program. And if you want to run it, it will show us please change your default compiler to Min compiler. That means JCppEdit supports only the Min compiler to run any graphics program. So change it to Min compiler. As you can see, the errors also missing. Now run it. As you can see, the graphics is working smoothly. Now let's go to the next example. Here I'm selecting a C header file. A simple C header file is written, and to test it, I created another C file and included a C header file. Now run it. This is the output. Now let's move on to C++ header file. Simple functions have been written, and to test this function, I created another C++ file and included it here. Now we can see a fatal error. Stream H, no such file or directory. That means Min compiler follows the standard version. To do so, we have to remove this H, or we can change it to Poland compiler and run it. So here we can also run it with Min compiler, and if we want to run Min compiler, we have to remove this H and write using namespace standard. Now we can run it. Now this is the output of the project. Move on to a Java file. Here I've written a simple class object Java program, as you can see it. Now to run this program, we don't need to select any compiler, as JCppEdit comes with JDK 1.7 pre-configured to run any Java program. Now to run this, simply click on the run option and the program will be run by the default compiler. Now let's move on to our next file. Now we can also run Java applet file. Now to run a Java applet file, we have to go to the run option and we have to define an applet window with height and width. Now we can run it in applet viewer, or we can generate web page only, or we can run in web browser if the browser is configured with the Java plugin. Now here we can put variable values and names according to the Java applets. Now after putting the names and values, we have to click on this OK option. Now here we can see a Java applet window has been created. Now we are also throwing some output on the console panel. Both the things are done at the same time. Now let's move on to the next file. Here I'm going to open an XML file. Now I selected the XML file. A simple XML file is written here. Now we can work with any type of XML file that you want. Now let's open another HTML file. Here a simple HTML file is written where I also created another CSS file and it has been linked with this. Now there is also another JavaScript file. A simple JavaScript function has been written with the alert message hello student, which has also been linked with this HTML file. Now we can run this file with the default browser or any other popular browsers if you have already installed in your computer, because JCppEdit supports most of the popular browsers available. Now to run this, we have to click here, and here we can see a simple hello student message has been appeared in the pop-up window. So ultimately, we have seen how JCppEdit works with various types of files at a time. Though it is not possible to cover all the excellent features in a single video, so we will be coming with new videos that reveals a lot more about this application. To find more information, please visit our website and our YouTube channel JCppEdit. Thank you.